Hi there. At 10 p.m. on Verified on NDTV, our top lead is going to be once again the chilling capital crime, the Shraddha murder case. The lens that this culprit went to hide his crime are just mind-boggling. We'll get to the details on day 4 and also what are the 10 clinching evidence that the Delhi police have against Aftab and the loopholes that they still need to fill during their investigation. Our second lead is going to be the Morbi Bridge of Death. Finally, the Morbi Municipal Corporation, after continuous pressure, focus of NDTV as well, has accepted their culpability. But will somebody from the administration, from the government, from the Morbi Municipal Corporation be punished for this negligent culpability which cost 135 people their life? Amazon has laid off more than thousands of people, massively impacting Indian market as well. We'll get you an explainer on this flood of layoffs which is now taking place as far as the tech giants are concerned. Stay tuned, I'm seeing you in the studio. Very good evening and welcome. This is Verified on NDTV. It's 10 p.m. I'm Ankit Tyagi. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no other story that we could have started our show today. The one that we have been following, the entire country is hooked for the last few days, the Shraddha murder case. In fact, every day, you think, I'm hoping and I'm thinking every single day that more gory, disturbing details won't come out. It won't be as bad as it was yesterday, but stunning details in the Shraddha murder case just keep trickling in. Viewers, on day 4 of this investigation, sensational details have come out. Details which are not easy to digest. How meticulous was the culprits, the accused planning. The lens Aftab went to hide his heinous crime. The difficulty, in fact, it is with grave difficulty that it's a challenge to comprehend this sinister mind and wrap your head around what he did to Shraddha and then his attempts to simply wipe Shraddha from the face of this earth. Let me very quickly, before I get you the details of day 4 and the crucial evidence that will help police nail Aftab, let me very quickly first tell you what all has happened today in the court, because Aftab was produced in the court today. They were sloganeering. It was a virtual hearing. The police feared that if they bring Aftab to the court, Saket court in the national capital, people and lawyers could attack him. And that is why he was virtually produced in front of the court. And there was massive, high drama, in fact, there at the court as well. The lawyers, in fact, started sloganeering. They were demanding a death penalty for Aftab. I'll just play some visuals as well. Look at these visuals, and we'll just play some audio on these visuals as well of how angry these lawyers were when Aftab, in fact, they heard that Aftab is being produced there. Scenes that were witnessed today during the day when Aftab was expected to be produced in the court. Now, as far as Aftab is concerned, now what the lawyers have done and the court, in fact, has given Delhi police 5-day police custody. The Delhi police they still said that we have to recover the murder weapon. They also wanted to take Aftab to Uttarakhand and Himachal. We are being told that possibly that's where the last holiday both Aftab and Shraddha took. They want to get some clues from there as well. And just listen in fact, to what the lawyer, the prosecution lawyer, told our reporters after Aftab was sent for 5-day police custody.
जब भी पुलिस रिमांड लिया जाता है, देखो पुलिस रिमांड तभी होता है जब पुलिस कोर्ट को ये रिक्वेस्ट करती है कि हमें कुछ एविडेंस कलेक्ट करना है जो अक्यूज्ड के नॉलेज में है.
Now, the most important development for the day also was the court giving its nod for the narco analysis of Aftab. The court has given its nod that the police can conduct a narco analysis, a narco test of Aftab. We'll get you more details on this as well. A lot of curiosity around this test, but Day 4, ladies and gentlemen, brought out some of the most horrific details as far as this case is concerned. let's take a look at some of the details that we have been able to gather through our sources in the Delhi police. Now, take a look at this, the revelations that have come out. These are very, very chilling, horrific details. In fact, the police said that it was Aftab whose water bill was very high. So this is one thing that the police is looking at, because in Delhi, if you remember, there is 20,000 kiloliter water that people get free. Every household gets free post that. So most of the houses where two people are living, you will not get any bill. Aftab was getting a bill, and the reason for it is that he was in fact using the water, hot water, to try and soften the body before he started chopping it up. What we have also been told that that Aftab just kept running. It was running water to wash off the body, soften it up, to wash off, in fact, the entire house, the bathroom, remove the stains, remove every trace of Shraddha from his house as well. Now, apart from that, he used chemicals, in fact, mixed with water to wipe the entire house. That's the reason, one of the difficulties for the police and forensic experts to try and get those details. Aftab also burned Shraddha's face. Imagine this. He burnt her face so that even if the body is found, she cannot be identified. This is what the latest that we have in fact heard right now in this case. But I want to very quickly, if most people are thinking that is there a possibility that he may get away with this case, there are some very, very crucial key evidences against Aftab which could help the Delhi police nail this, in fact, criminal. Now, let's listen in. Let me very quickly give you to what, in fact, these important evidence are. Number one, the confession as far as Aftab is concerned. He has confessed in front of the Delhi police, and that confession is going to be very, very crucial. Apart from that, there is Shraddha's bag, which has been found in Aftab's apartment. So it places Shraddha, physically places Shraddha in his apartment. The other crucial evidence is the 10 evidence that we are bringing in front of you. Shraddha's father's testimony about this man, of what has happened. He has also corroborated a few things, and they were brought face to face as well. Moving on to the fourth, in fact, crucial piece of evidence, a statement of Shraddha's friends would be very, very crucial. How he was used to abuse Shraddha physically also, all those things would come into the play. Let's move on to the other, in fact, key piece of evidence that the police has. The call records place Shraddha in Aftab's house, even after he told the police that Shraddha had left him. She has gone on 22nd May. Her phone records, Instagram account location, all were traced back to, in fact, Aftab's house, and those things are going to be very, very key as far as police is concerned. Transaction details of the money pulled from Shraddha's account is also crucial. Blood found in the kitchen. This is one very crucial piece of evidence. That's the only place, as per the sources, the FSL has found some blood. Body parts found in the forest. There will be DNA sampling of those body parts. And the statement of the doctor who stitched Aftab wounds is also going to be very, very important. This was right after he brought that knife. The store owner who sold the fridge to Aftab, he has identified Aftab. The statement of the shopkeeper from where Aftab bought the knife are going to be very, very important evidences against this sinister criminal. Now, there are certain important pieces that the police is yet to piece together. That's why this custody has been increased. The knife, in fact, and the murder weapon, which is the knife, which is still missing. This is going to be a big challenge for the police. It's been more than 6 months. Apart from that, the body parts which are still missing, her head is still missing. The DNA sampling of all those will also have to be done. The clothes that both the victim and the murderer were wearing, which he wrapped up in a piece of polythene sheet and threw in a garbage van, that has to be recovered. That will be very, very important. And mobile phone of Shraddha. Aftab is reportedly not giving clear answers as far as the location of all these things are concerned. I just very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, because let's not forget the human side of this story while all of us are hooked to the details that are coming in. I just want to play for you a very small snippet of the conversation that I had with Shraddha's father, because he was lost the maximum in this case.
उसने कन्फेस किया ना मेरे सामने भी.
आपके सामने कन्फेस किया?
मेरे सामने भी कन्फेस किया उसने. 11 तारीख को।
क्या कहा सर उसने?
उसने कहा कि पुलिस ने पूछा कि क्या इनको जानते हैं, तब उसने जवाब दिया कि हाँ ये श्रद्धा के डैडी है। तो फिर दिल्ली पुलिस ने पूछा कि बता दो अभी क्या किया आपने, तब तुरंत ऐसे ही बोलने लगा कि ये श्रद्धा इज नो मोर। मैं तो वहां पे ही कोलैप्स हो गया, मैं सुन ही नहीं पाया ये सब आगे की बातें।
Okay, so this was the father who, when was told that her daughter is no more, couldn't bear it, take it, no matter what the relationship was. But everybody is right now talking about the narco test. That's the most important development for the day. What is the narco test? How does it help in cases, as crazy as this? Let's just very quickly tell you a little bit details about what the narco test is. It is a drug basically which is injected in subject's body. In this case, it is going to be Aftab. And after this drug is administered, it transports the receiver in a hypnotic state. So it takes you away from the reality. You are in a hypnotic state, and then questions are asked of the accused of the subject. Now, in this state, the accused is considered to be incapable of making up stories, of trying to lie, of trying to spin some web around the questions that are being asked of this person. Now, sodium fentanyl is the drug which is used. It is also called the truth serum. So this is in fact what the narco test is all about. Let's very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, also tell you the narco test, at least whether it is considered a confession under the narco test, is it admissible in the court of law? Well, as of now, it is not in fact considered as a confession. It is not directly administered as an evidence because the person who is answering is in a drugged state. Now, to just understand this entire test better, let me go across straight to Dr. Mehrauli Shetty, one of the leading forensic experts in the country. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on NDTV. Welcome. I want to start by asking you, for a layman, could you explain what the narco test is and how important is it as a forensic tool?
Yeah, good evening. This is basically a deception detection test. Am I audible?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a deception detection test. So basically, sodium pentothal is a barbiturate is injected to a person based on his age, his weight, his physique, and all those things. And he is brought to a state of trance. Like, he's not that he's able to sleep or he's gone to sleep. It's got to a trance. It's like a hypnotic state. So that his imagination are neutralized, so that he will talk truth. Having said that, it is not necessarily that if the person is an alcoholic or a drug addict, this narco analysis may not help much.
That in fact was my next question. I just wanted to understand from you, how accurate is this test? And can the subject who now people are seeing as one of the most sinister criminal mind, Aftab, can a subject like this, can the narco test be fooled?
Yeah, definitely it can be fooled. It depends on his willpower. So basically what happens in the narco test is that his imagination is neutralized so that he will tell the truth. To tell lies, you have to imagine. To tell truth, you can just go on telling the truth, what you know. But what happens here is, if his willpower is very strong, it's very difficult. He can prepare himself that I will not tell this thing, I will not utter a word. So basically there is nothing called that this much of drug is given and he has gone to trance.
Right.
So it all depends on the psychiatrist and the medicine person, the doctor who is there, who thinks that is enough. We can't give more drug because he may go to coma.
Okay.
So it's like...
so it will all depend on the right conditions being created, but it's not a foolproof test, and that's why that's why I want to understand from you, why not a polygraph test? Because we have frequently heard and seen that polygraph test is used in many cases, possibly more than narco.
Oh, it's also obsolete. There are polygraph, there is brain mapping, brain fingerprinting, P300 waves. There's so many things are there. It's all not foolproof. It all depends on the person. If his imagination is, if he's very strong, his willpower is very strong, very difficult to get. See, what happens in a polygraph is that it's based on his physiological changes. What happens in physiological changes? He is prepared for it. He knows that how to control himself. The
But
only thing in this
can somebody who is not, let's say, trained for it? Can a layman, somebody like me or you, can you fool the test? I mean, is it that easy?
No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's very difficult to fool the people, but
Like you need to have some kind of a training. You have to train your mind into a certain way.
yeah, you have to train your mind, and the willpower acts here. If you are going before the test that I will not utter a word. So we have seen many cases where the people have tried their level best and they succeeded.
Okay. In the end, sir, I just want to understand from you, because a lot of people want to know, is this admissible as evidence in the court of law?
No, it is not admissible in the court of law, but it helps the investigating agency to get the material objects. Like he may tell that, yes, I have thrown the knife somewhere here, I've thrown the bones somewhere here, that they can collect. That will help the investigating officers, IOs, but definitely it is not acceptable in the court of law because under 23, you can't be the witness against yourself.
You can't be witness against yourself. That's a protection given in the law, but it is an investigation tool. And if it corroborates evidences, if they are able to find evidences using the narco test, then those evidences would be admissible as far as the court of law is concerned. Dr. Shetty, thank you so much, in fact, for speaking to us. It's been a pleasure to try and understand how this test works. This is something that people will find very, very useful information as far as the narco analysis test is concerned. Thank you, sir, for joining us here on NDTV. All right, moving on, there's some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, coming in right now. Let me very quickly, at this moment, in fact, go across to this breaking news coming in from poll-bound Gujarat, where Rahul Gandhi is going to campaign for the Congress party on 21st of November. Interestingly, this is also the time when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Gujarat as well. So Rahul Gandhi, who is on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he is in Maharashtra, will in fact travel to Gujarat for campaigning for his party on November 21st. Let me bring in my colleague Tanushri Pandey joining us at this moment. Tanushri, is it just a one-day Rahul Gandhi hit and miss kind of an appearance, or is there a better plan that the Congress party has for Rahul Gandhi? Because in 2017, Rahul Gandhi did more than 100 sabhas in the state of Gujarat.
That's right, Ankit, and I really hope Congress has a better plan, because the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to carpet bomb the state from tomorrow, starting with hundreds of rallies. And as you rightly mentioned, as of now, what we are getting to know from the Congress party is that Rahul Gandhi will be taking a break from the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and he'll be coming to Gujarat to campaign for Congress for the Gujarat election. And this is very interestingly the same day when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will also be in the state in some parts of Saurashtra and South Gujarat to campaign for BJP. And this will be very interesting, I think, because this is going to be a big showdown on Monday, because finally the two big leaders will be face-to-face campaigning for their own parties for the Gujarat elections, Ankit.
Tanushri, it also means that it will possibly in this entire campaign, the only time when Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi are going to be there. We were hearing Priyanka Gandhi would also be there. She campaigned extensively in Himachal. Any plans for any other big faces of the Congress party from the Gandhi family coming there for campaigning?
Yes, that's right, Ankit. Priyanka Gandhi will also be coming to Gujarat. I categorically asked Mr. Digvijay Singh, and he told me that Priyanka is also scheduled to come to Gujarat. The schedule will be out tomorrow, but many star campaigners will also be coming to Gujarat to campaign for Gujarat elections. But as of now, Rahul Gandhi's program in Gujarat on the 21st of November, when Prime Minister Modi is also going to be here, is confirmed. Where he is going to campaign, that will be out tomorrow. But as of now, we know that.
Okay.
It will be a very interesting Monday, because Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi, the face of Congress party, will be face-to-face in Gujarat campaigning for their own respective parties.
And let's not forget the third wheel in this election. The Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, also expected this weekend back in the state of Gujarat. it is going to be a blockbuster weekend as far as the campaign of Gujarat is concerned. Thank you so much, Tanushree, for joining us with all those details. Meanwhile, there is another big story which is coming in at this moment. The central government has sought a review of the Supreme Court order of November 11th for the release of 6 convicts in Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. The Congress party, remember, had heavily criticized the Supreme Court decision and questioned the Modi government to clarify its stand. Now, what in fact has the centre said in its affidavit or in its review that it is seeking? It's very, very important to in fact note the centre has put some very strong in fact exceptions in this. The centre has said that the order passed was without any, in fact, view taken from the central government. The order was passed without taking the view from the central government. The convicts did not make centre a party to their appeal. The procedural lapse led to miscarriage of justice. So very strong words being used by the Modi government there. It has said that the procedural lapse led to the miscarriage of justice. 4 of the 6 convicts are Sri Lankan nationals, and remission to foreign terrorists falls within centre's sovereign rights. So it has now raised questions. It has filed for this review. It is going to be a very, very important story. Joining me now, my colleague Arvind Gunasekar. Arvind, this is a very important, in fact, review that the centre has filed, and it has used some very strong objections in front of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, Ankit, the centre has filed this review plea before the Supreme Court seeking the reconsideration of the Supreme Court order releasing all the remaining 6 convicts in the assassination case of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. The centre has invoked 2 very important grounds. One, the centre has told the Supreme Court that without hearing the centre's view, Supreme Court has passed this order. Centre being one of the party in this particular case, Supreme Court should have heard the views of the centre government, but without hearing the centre government's view, Supreme Court has ordered the release of all these 6 convicts. That's the first ground that centre has taken, invoked in its review petition. The second very important ground is that out of these 6 convicts that have been released, 4 of them are Sri Lankan nationals, and that's where the centre is saying that even in that particular case, the centre's view should have been sought by the Supreme Court, because review is a very limited ground. Only on the count of principle of natural justice not being followed, only on that limited ground, a review petition can be filed whenever there is an apparent error in the justice in the judgment. And this time, centre has invoked this very same ground, saying that they were not heard, and that's why principle of natural justice was not followed. And that's why centre has sought for a review of this entire order that released all the 6 convicts.
All right, Arvind, thank you for joining us with all those details.